All right, here's my audience.
Very handsome.
Please don't speak during my presentation. Good evening. My name is Andrew Fowler, and I'm Chipotle's Corporate Communications Manager. Today, I want to inform you about our valued customers about what has happened in Palo, Ohio. I want to ensure and tell you guys that this is an extremely rare event, and this will never happen again. And we at Chipotle are extremely disappointed in our managers' handling of the food and food safety guidelines. This presentation will give you an update what is happening at the moment, what symptoms people should be aware of, and finally a 4-step action plan to show how we as a company plan on improving our health and safety regulations. So what is going on right now? We want to give you a full explanation, and according to the CDC's testing they've just done, it's come back that some of our food has had the Clostridium perfringens virus. Yeah, that's right. So nearly 700 people have reported gastrointestinal problems, nausea, vomiting, and fever after eating at one of our restaurants in Palo, Ohio between September 1st and September 30th. Now, unfortunately, I'm sad to say there have been 2 fatalities from this event, and our company is giving out our condolences to the families that were affected. As you can see on the map right there, there's Palo, Ohio, and in the middle of the state. So what is Clostridium perfringens? Otherwise known as C. perfringens, it's a virus that occurs when large quantities of food that have been cooked or kept at room temperature are not refrigerated properly. Typically, this virus is found in cooked meat, such as poultry or beef, and it's one of the largest causes of food poisoning in America. Some of the symptoms and who should be concerned. So some of the symptoms, according to the Center for Disease Control.org, those include diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and major dehydration. Symptoms last typically 24 hours, but there are some extreme cases that can last multiple weeks. If you are infected, drink plenty of fluids and get plenty of rest. If you have trouble dehydrating yourself, see a doctor immediately. And as far as those that should be ultimately concerned, it's the elderly and young children. So monitor them closely if they've eaten at one of our restaurants in the month of September. Now, I want to give you guys my 4-step action plan that we as Chipotle plan on utilizing in order to fix our mistakes and make sure this doesn't happen ever again. First of all, we're going to close any restaurants with links to the virus. These restaurants need to be reevaluated, and new management must be put in place in order to make sure this doesn't happen again. Number 2, order a thorough cleaning of those restaurants that have been infected. The restaurants in Palo, Ohio are a couple that need to be thoroughly cleaned and make sure any lingering viruses are out of that restaurant. Step number 3, retrain all employees company-wide on sanitary guidelines. Employees and management across the country will be trained again and will be required to take a mandatory food sanitation program in order to learn how to properly handle and prepare food. The last step of our action plan is to enforce stricter rules and regulations on food storage and preparation. According to our website, Chipotle's food safety page, we are taking significant steps to be sure all of our food is as safe as possible. And specifically, the company is expanding testing of key ingredients, examining all food safety procedures, and working with 2 renowned food scientists to make sure everything is up to par. So our promise at Chipotle is that we want to make sure that you have a safer experience in times to come. We don't want to lose you as our valued customers. As we've already gone through something like this before, we want to make sure that is the last time that'll happen. We want to make sure you guys are all safe and satisfied when you come to our restaurants and eat our food, and that you have no worries about getting sick from any viruses that could be deadly. Our promise to you is that we will fix this problem, make sure it never happens again, and we will learn from this mistake and take care of our customers, and as well as retrain all of our employees and managers to make sure they don't get you guys sick. We're starting over, and we will become the safest restaurant in America. I promise you that. That's it.